Alright everybody, welcome back to Crawl, Talk, and Run. This is John. I'm going to just lengthen the wheelbase of this. So I'll probably have to get a little Dremel and Dremel this out. Maybe even clean up this whole bottom part of the wheel well / fender. Just straight up clean it out and then maybe smooth it up, round it out to meet at the top. Maybe a nice little flowing line like that comes up like this right into it. We'll see what happens. But this is what we're taking off right here. Step one is to go back to the factory setting, the stock setting, is we're going to take off this top link. And I say the top link because out of the box, this bottom link was installed on the top. So we'll take out the top, which is the shorter one. We'll press out the ball joint into the longer link. This one's like super long in comparison. And then we'll move this bottom link, which used to be the top, back into its original position. So from here to here. Take this one out, put that one in. Press ball joints into this, put it on the bottom. So let's do it. All right, step two. Don't worry about the drive shaft right now. We're gonna take that and make it better. This is a shorty piece, I believe, if I remember correctly. But now we're gonna take off this link and move it up into this hole right here and this hole right here. Let's do it. So wait just a second. I was talking about this little tail shaft part, drive shaft part, we're gonna take out. Well, I forgot that it's actually the shaft sleeve that we're gonna take out. So going to this side, I only have one link attached to that, this whole axle, which is why it's like flopping around, plus the whatever the shock is attached. But if you look in here on the sleeve side, what you're going to want to do is take out that screw right in here so that you can pull not only the sleeve but the whole joint out of it. So you pull the whole thing, then we're going to push a pin out and then we're going to put it back in with the longer sleeve. Because if you look at this, I can get it set up, there we go. This is all stuff that comes in your SCX24 box. So this one was on there in the factory settings. Can we focus, please? No, there we go. So this used to be on it out of the box, and then I put the shorter one that came in the box on there. So we're gonna do that first while the axle is nice and sloppy. If you're wondering what these screws are, don't worry about it. These just go through the body. You won't have these screws unless you mounted it the way I did, but these screws mount the body into the top of the shock mounts. So real quick, beside that stuff, I wanted to show you this. So I was talking about pulling a pin out. Don't pull a pin out. You literally just stick a little Allen in here and you're gonna leave it attached to the transmission side, the transfer case side, and you're gonna detach the sleeve. So however you want to try that, I literally just jammed it in and kind of lifted at an angle. So I put it in and then I pushed from this position down so that the head goes up and then out like this to push the joint out. Now I'm gonna not look at this on the camera because this is kind of a pain. Try and get it as straight as I can in there. Okay, so because I don't have 4 hands to do this, Stand by. I'm gonna do a hyperlapse because I'm gonna sit here for like 20 minutes trying to do this. Watch. All right, so what I did, it really wasn't even that hard. But basically, to show you real quick, I'll do it again. If I can get it out, there we go. Okay. So with my left hand, because I'm right hand dominant, I used my left hand to brace it. Then so my thumb's underneath the bottom side, hook in my top side first, and then push against my brace. And you can kind of see it hooks right in. So now you have the whole joint together. The name is escaping me right now for whatever reason, but now we're going to put this longer sleeve on. This one came in the box attached to the truck, so we're going to put the stock size back on the motor. Stand by for hyperlapse. All right, we got our longer tail shaft sleeve installed, and now with the axle all sloppy, you can get this thing nice and squared away in a really weird, awkward position. And you're going to put the ends together. Yeah, that's the amount of throw that you get. So you can see the length that you're getting. I mean, you're basically going to walk this thing out that far. So we'll take this link out now, and then we'll move this link up to this side here and up into here. This is the short link from the standard position, standard settings. So this will be the top, this will be the bottom. Let's do it. All right, so one side's done. Once I screw this in, if it wants to go in, which it kind of does. Remember, you also don't want to put these in super tight because you want a little bit of movement. The axle will be more secure when it's, you know, back together and stuff, but I think I'm going to take this little weight off. These two are going to hit. I think I'm going to take this front weight off, but that's for a different video. These two are going to hit. You can see I actually might want to move these shock towers back, but then I'd have to drill new screw holes for the bed, so I probably won't. But you can see how far back. These used to be straight up and down, so I could probably move this whole tower, the upper, you know, the upper mount position to on the tower itself versus like halfway down it. But let's just get the other side back on and we'll figure something out. Real quickly, if you notice, these little ball joints have to go in this longer link. How I do that is I take the same screw or Allen that, if I can get it to focus, my word. So I take the same, this is the same screw head or Allen head, that hex head that takes those screws out, and then I push it into the ball joint itself like that, and I just push it down. You'll hear a nice little pop. Of course, this one's going to be a bear. So there's the nice little pop. And then you launch it across the room, which thankfully didn't go very far, but now that's out. And we'll put it in this other one, which just slide her in. And then I take, what size is this? An H30, this is a bigger one. And I push it. Let me zoom out a little bit. So lay the old link down, Get this one lined up in the hole. So it's just setting in there like that. Lay it down on the other link. Take your fat side now and just push her down in there. And then nice as pie. There we go. So we're going to repeat the process for the other link because, you know, there's a whole other side, but let's do it. So once again, take your small Allen that removes the screws, push it through so it'll look like that. And then what I do is try not to launch it across the room. Now it's out. Old link down on the table. Line it up in your holes here. So it's just setting in there. Put her down. Take your fat side. Right. Put it right on top. Nice and flush. And push it in, except I just launched my piece. I'll be right back. I launched it. Hold on. Alright, and after 30 seconds of looking, you find the piece that you launched across the room. And in my case, down to the other floor. So yeah, just push her on there. Try not to send it. Alright, so I like beefed it up a little bit. It's all good, it's just cheap plastic, dude. This thing went for a little ride. It's kind of mangled, but it's gonna work. Still freely moves in there. That's the biggest thing, is that it freely moves in the link. Now we're gonna put this link, one side in there, other side on the axle. I'll probably put it like that. So here we go, we'll zoom out. I'll do this one in real time for you. Stick her in there. Almost in the other place. Remember, the longer screw goes on the skid plate side. Line her up. Stick her in. Tighten her down. Just snug. You don't need to go crazy with it. Get this other screw. Put the link in the description down below, right? Nope. Right in there. Nice little dog hair on there. You can almost get this thing set up just the way you need it if you are patient with it. In she goes. Thread her in. And it threads into this little bracket. And there you go. You now have a standard length with CX24. What I'll do is I'll plug her in for you here and show you what it looks like. Stand by. Alright, there it is. Longer wheelbase, you can see the difference. Look at the angle of these shocks, man. I probably will move these up. I will probably bring this line down to under the tail light where the bumper would be. And what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna take off this front wheel weight because I think it's too heavy. This is a motorcycle wheel weight for balancing a motorcycle wheel. I threw it on here for some extra low down weight for center of gravity purposes. And as you can see, these back two, in efforts to balance out all the crap that runs this vehicle up front, I put a couple weights here, so I might have to take this and, you know, put it on the back there or like under the bed or something, but I'm gonna take this off and then we should be good to go, good for running. So, oh yeah, I also corrected the lights. I know a couple of my peeps have been harassing me about lights. See if I can turn this thing off. There you go. So I got the yellow lights just to kind of make it a little bit more authentic. I need to do some like refreshing of how they're mounted in here. Put a little electrical tape down there or something. But I think all in all, pretty happy with it. I got a real grill in there. You can kind of see that it's mesh grill there. So cool. Thanks for watching. JT, I'm waiting for my license plate sticker, bro, so hurry up. Send it when ready. I would appreciate it. That is, if you still want to do it. I'm just harassing you, bro. Anyway, yeah, you guys rock. Thank you for your audienceship, your listenership, your viewership, whatever the case is. I hope you enjoy the transition. I know I'm going to. We're going to do some correction of this rear end here, and then we'll take it out on a nice sunny day coming up. We'll get these kinetic shocks in action. I'll see you later. Like and subscribe if you'd like as well. I hate throwing that pitch in there, but there you go.